Today we're looking at 5 action RPGs that are leaders in their space that Diablo Immortal is better than. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo and welcome back to the channel. Another day here of Diablo Immortal content, and I'm excited to be here with you today because I thought about 5 different games that were leaders in the space on mobile for action RPGs, some of the best, and each of them has an element that I love. But Diablo Immortal is and is going to be better than all 5 of these games, which are already leaders in the space. So inside of today's video, what we're going to do is jump into these games and kind of look at what they offer, why they're good, and why Diablo Immortal is going to be better. Now, maybe you've played some of these games before. You could sound off in the comment section below and let me know which ones you've played, if you liked them, if you didn't, what you liked about them, and what you did not like about them. Before we get into any of these games though, guys, make sure you sub the channel and ring the bell for daily Diablo Immortal videos. And if you want to talk more about Diablo Immortal, come on through the Discord server. It's the pinned comment below where we can talk about Diablo Immortal, other mobile games. You guys can give me questions that can fuel content going forward on this channel. I'm excited for it. I hope to see you guys there. The first game on today's list is Anima, action RPG, which gives us that Diablo 2 look and feel. Really great looking game, amazing controls, and if you're into those classic style Diablo games, this one can be right up your alley. Definitely one of the leader Diablo-like games on mobile that does not have pay-to-win mechanics, so you can really enjoy the game for what it is. Anything that you're going to be spending inside of the game is for cosmetics or storage space and things like that, so it really has the player in mind here. This game is probably the one that's most recommended to me for people that don't know if I've played it yet or not, when I'm looking for games like Diablo to play on mobile. And actually watching this footage right here makes me say that I should probably download it again on my phone and play it a little bit while I'm waiting for Diablo Immortal. But Diablo Immortal is going to be better. And it's going to be better because it's going to have a ton more depth. There's a lot more going on. It's going to have PvP elements to the game that are just not available in really most of the games that we're going to be looking at today. But Anima, especially if you like the older style action RPG games like the Diablo 2 style, Anima is one that you could definitely play and have fun with, but Diablo is going to crush it. I mean, it's just going to happen. Next on today's list is Razel Dungeon Arena. This is a game that I invested quite a bit of time into, and I actually shared with you guys on the channel in the past as well. The game, as you can see, looks really great, although those are just trailer scenes. It still is a really nice looking game and has a good action RPG framework. Now, the dungeons always, to me, seem to be a little bit short, and it seemed that there was a paywall inside of this game. What a paywall means is you get to a certain point in the game where you feel like you need to start spending money to further progress inside of the game. With all of this being said, we're looking at one of the top action RPGs on mobile if you're looking for a more modern style of action RPG. I would have to go ahead and say, out of the 5 on today's list, Razel is probably the most modern and the best of everything here today. Now, I was just showing you guys Anima and saying that one is amazing, but it does have the more retro feel. So if you're a gamer not into that style of gameplay, if you don't like the retro graphics and the retro gameplay style, then Razel Dungeon Arena will be one that's better, but it's not going to compare to Diablo Immortal. Diablo Immortal offers much more and does not have a pay-to-win mechanic or a pay wall where you get to that and you have to start buying things. You could play through Diablo Immortal, never spend $1, and have an amazing gameplay experience. Not saying you won't enjoy yourself if you decide to download Razel Dungeon Arena, because it definitely is one that you should play while you're waiting for Diablo Immortal, but it just doesn't have the depth, and it's not going to have all the features that Diablo Immortal has, specifically when we're talking about PvP and that element of the game. At the end of the day, we have a really great game here. I have nothing negative to say about it, besides maybe that paywall could be a little bit lower, but at the end of the day, great game right here that you should try. Download it. But when Diablo Immortal comes out, you know what you'll be playing. The third game that I want to talk about is A3 Still Alive, because this game is great. It offers the PvP element that I want to see in Diablo Immortal. Now, that is the only thing about this game that I feel is going to be incredible if Diablo Immortal takes up where they are leaving off, and that is a battle royale mode. In A3, we have a battle royale mode that is just nowhere else in the genre. Now, the rest of the gameplay, the campaign, the missions, there's an autoplay feature in this game that I really don't love, and I would like to see it just completely taken out. But A3 is on this list because of the battle royale mode, because of the PvP element to the game. I think it's groundbreaking. They are the first to do this, at least that I know of, and I'd love to see Diablo Immortal take this idea, take this framework, putting it into Diablo Immortal, along with some of the other ideas that I've shared before on the channel as well. I think it could be really good for Diablo Immortal in the future, but A3 Still Alive is here because of its PvP. The fourth on the list is Eternium, and Eternium is one of the most classic games from today's list. This one has been out for quite the years, and it actually has more of a Torchlight feel to it to me as far as the artwork goes inside of the game. But we have a game here that has stood the test of time, a very veteran game with a control scheme that makes it put on the list here today. The controls in Eternium are a draw to attack control scheme. To use your supers and your specials inside of the game, you could actually draw different characters across the screen, as you could see happening right here, which makes certain actions happen. This is something that I have never seen before, and I haven't seen it since, and I really love it. It plays really well to the touch screen on mobile devices and gives it something different that, like I said, we just haven't seen in other games. Now, is it maybe the most efficient way to control? I'm not sure, but it definitely is something different. When I could see becoming a veteran inside of this game and spending a lot of time playing it, I could see that control mechanic being really special. Dungeon Hunter 5. You know why this one's on the list? Because there have been so many Dungeon Hunter games with such a massive following over the years that it stood the test of time. Does it do anything exceptionally great? No, but it does do everything really good. Plus, it's a really nice looking game, especially for the age that it wears. Dungeon Hunter 5 is a good game. Hopefully, Diablo Immortal has the longevity that we've seen from this series. So what do you guys think about the list that I put together today? Honestly, every single one of those games, in my opinion, has earned its spot there for one reason or another, all of those reasons being different. So starting with Anima. Anima has that retro feel. If you like the older school Diablo games, then Anima's going to be the one for you on mobile, at least for now, because it's really done well, and it's a free-to-play player's game. It doesn't have that paywall. It doesn't have any pay element to it that's going to make you dislike the game. Then going over to Razel Dungeon Arena that we have next on the list. Razel is probably the closest to Diablo Immortal, but still very, very far away from what Diablo Immortal is going to be like. Also, remember, Razel has that big paywall where you feel like you just get to a point and you have to spend money inside of the game. If you don't like spending money, well, then that may not be a game for you to hold on to right now. A3 Still Alive. That's probably the most exciting because of its PvP. Offering that battle royale, I really hope that Blizzard just picks up on that idea. It would be really nice to see some serious PvP brought into Diablo Immortal, but still, Diablo Immortal is going to be better as an overall game. Eternium, that drawing mechanic on the screen has never been seen before. It is really cool. I don't think it's in any other games, and if it is, you could let me know down below. But it's a game that's been around for a while. Like I said, has the Torchlight feel, which is a game that I also really loved back in the past. But the control schemes are there, and that's why it made the list. And finally, Dungeon Hunter 5 is for its longevity. I mean, there is a huge player base for the Dungeon Hunter series and people that are just loyal to Dungeon Hunter. So that's why each of them has made its way onto the list. But at the end of the day, we need to understand that in every way around, Diablo Immortal is better than all of these 5 games. Remember, we've put 80+ hours into Diablo Immortal in the technical alpha, and we've put a bunch of time into all of these games as well. So it's not like I'm just looking through the store and saying, oh, this looks good or this doesn't, which is why Titan Quest was not on today's list, because I have never gotten my hands to play Titan's Quest. I know that Titan's Quest has a pretty big community. It is not a free-to-play game. It's one that you have to pay to, you have to purchase it to play it on mobile. And it's just one that I haven't dove into just yet. So if you're saying right now, Echo, how is Titan Quest not on that list? It's such a great game. It's the best in its genre. Well, because I haven't experienced it yet, and I want to talk to you from experience. So what do you guys think? I think that it's a pretty good list. I think Diablo Immortal is going to crush all of them when it releases, and I can't wait for that day. Hopefully you guys are excited. We have BlizzCon line coming on the, let me check on my paper right here, the 19th and the 20th. The 19th is going to be at 2 p.m. Pacific time, and on the 20th it's going to be at 12 p.m. Pacific time. I'm going to be there. Are you guys going to be there? I can't wait to see what they have to say about Diablo Immortal, but I hope you enjoyed today's video. Hope you come back tomorrow for more, and maybe you'll even come to the Discord server. Now, I have been live streaming as well on Twitch and on the relevant YouTube channel. So if I'm streaming strategy games, I'm usually streaming them on Twitch and to my main channel. If I'm streaming Diablo Immortal, which right now would just be me overlooking gameplay, I'd be streaming it here and on Twitch. And if I ever stream any Brawl Stars or Call of Duty Mobile, I stream it on Twitch and on my Brawl Stars channel. So I'm live a lot, even if it's not live on the channel. So the best way to catch me every day, every time, anywhere would be following me over on Twitch, which will also be linked in the comments below. But enough babbling. Hope you enjoyed the video and have a great day, guys. And be good.